Yes, so it's finally here, the restate of the Weebill 2.
In 2021, we officially have the new Weebill 2.
Today I am reviewing the Zhiyun Weebill 2.
In today's video, we will take a look at Zhiyun Weebill 2.
What is going on, guys? Today I want to show you guys how to balance my Weebill S. I've been using this thing for about a year and a half now, and I can't tell you how versatile this baby is. I've been using it on smaller cameras like the A6500 and been using it on the A7 III. I'm shooting with the A7C right now. Have used it on that, which has the flip screen. And I have, I've been using this thing for a while now. And so today what I want to do is I want to show you guys how to balance this thing and how great it is, because I can use a super heavy lens like this 16mm lens, 16 to 35mm Zeiss f4, very heavy. So I was shooting with this for a while for all the wide angle stuff, and then I've gone over and shoot with the Tamron 28 to 75mm, and I've gone down to, you know, smaller lens and all that good stuff. This thing was able to handle it. I was able to balance it just fine. So I figured today I would do a video and show you guys how to balance this thing. All right, let's get right into it. All right, guys, so today we are going to balance one of my recent lenses, which is the Tamron 28 to 75 here. It's pretty big, and it's on an A7 III. This camera is hefty. I mean, it's not as big as some of the DSLR out there, but it's pretty big. So what I usually do is I usually take out these lens hood right here. I put it aside. I take out the lens cap, put that aside, and then I would get the attachments right here, and I would screw it on. This is the reason why I always carry like a quarter around, so that I can just twist it in. I don't have a quarter today. Nope, I don't have a quarter. Can probably use something like this right here to kind of tighten it up, but this is going to do just fine. Okay, it's tight on there. So right now I'm just going to pick a spot right here. There's plenty of room to move around, but I'm just going to put it on like a number 6. This is a big lens, so that's why I give it a lot of room over here, since this is a lot of lens to work with. So once I have that on, the important thing is this piece right on the Zhiyun, there's going to be a bunch of locking and unlocking mechanism. There's 3 parts. One is right here, the other one is right here, and another one is right over here. So what I do is I unlock all 3, and I would swing this up and then swing this out. Okay, so the Zhiyun actually show you right here that this side is up. So make sure that it's up in this way. Then I'm just gonna lock everything down once I got it to that point. That's it. It's holding it there. Everything is good. This is the plate that this mounts onto. More like this mount onto here like this. So I would go ahead and mount that on there, and then I would slide this baby in. There's this lock mechanism down underneath here, and then there's also this lock over here. So this lock over here is to hold this from sliding back and forth. This lock down here is to stop it from sliding sideways like this. So I'm going to go ahead and just take an estimate. Go ahead and lock that first. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and lock everything up And that's the reason why I've locked all these joints. Now I've locked that, and then I'm going to go ahead and scoot this all the way back and go ahead and lock that as well. Next thing what I want to do is I want to tilt my little LCD up, just so that the LCD actually contribute to some of the weight that is on here. So I want to go ahead and tilt that up. Now that I have it all locked up, the first thing that I'm going to unlock is this little joint right here. I'm going to go ahead and unlock that. And once I unlock this joint, I'm going to let go, and you can see that it's unbalanced right now. And so this is the opportunity for you to go ahead and unlock this piece over here and scoot it up. So now it's not tilting up anymore. Now it's kind of balanced, just sitting there, balanced. All right. So once you have it to a good point, go ahead and lock that. So now it can swing like this. All right. So to stop this from swinging in this way, what I'm going to do is there's another piece that I need to lock and unlock. Right now, this right here moves up and down. As you can see, it goes up, then it goes down. So what that does is that you're going to try to balance this area right here, this piece right here. So that's the reason why I'm going to move this thing up, because as you can see, it's swinging really hard down here. And the goal here is to have it to where if you point it this way and let go, that it stays that way. So this is going to be the piece that's going to make that happen. So I'm going to move this thing slightly up. I'm going to give a wild estimate here on where it's going to be, and I'm going to go ahead and lock that in. And now if I let go, oh, that's too much. Now there's too much weight up on the top. So I need to unlock this and go down just a bit, then lock it again. This is the part where it's really complicated. If you keep changing cameras on the gimbal, you're gonna have to do a lot of work. So what I generally do is I shoot with one lens and one camera on one gimbal. Everything else I'm just gonna handheld and shoot with that. So we're gonna go ahead and dial this in. Just kind of unlock, tilt. Nope, it's still going up. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this. It may take me 5-10 minutes. I don't know. So sometimes 20 minutes just to do this. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and go up just a bit more. Okay, so as you can see, it's kind of tilting up this way. Now at this point, it feels pretty light, the way it spins up. So I'm going to go ahead and push the camera forward by releasing this piece right here. And I'm going to push the camera forward so that it'll balance itself. Okay, so now as you can see, it's a lot lighter when it's dropping. So I'm going to push this up more. Push the camera up. Just slightly. You're not going to see me through the camera doing it, but I am pushing it just down here, this piece down here. So I'm gonna, yep. So you see how slower it is now? Again, the goal is when you tilt it up this way, that it's gonna stay that way. So I believe what I need is up just a bit more, and then tilt. There you go. Now it's stayed that way. When I do that, it's tilting up. That means that the back is heavier than the front. You see that? But if I go like this, it's fine. That means that the back is actually weighing this camera down and having it shoot up. And so what I want to do is, this is the key right here now. I'm going to unlock this, and I'm going to push just slightly to the front to give it more front weight. Oh, now it's too much. You see this? Now it's tilting down. You got to inch it just a bit. This is where the fun comes in, guys. This is where the fun is. There we go. Now it's staying. Perfect. So that means that this here is balanced. This here, forward and backwards, is balanced. So now they're both balanced. I should be able to just point it down that way and it stays. Point it up that way and it stays. And so right now you have a balance, whatever axis this is. All right. So now that's good. Now we're going to try to balance the left and right. The left and right. I don't know what it's called. I think some people call it roll or something like that. I believe some people call it roll. So right now I've unlocked this joint right here. You see this little piece right here, this red piece. I've unlocked that. And if I let go right now, you see that it drops really fast. So what that means is that this side right here is way too heavy. Okay. Now remember, I was telling you there is a left and right adjustment back here. So that's what I do. I unlock this and then I give it more room this way. So now I've slid this over. And you don't have to like lock it and then try it and then lock it and try it again like we do with the with this piece right here. But because right here you can kind of feel that it's balanced or not. So I'm just pushing it until I feel like it's not dropping anymore when I let go. Once that's done, go ahead and lock that piece down there. So right now it's not dropping anymore. You see that? If I go this way, it stays. If I tilt it this way, it stays. It's perfect. Perfect. If I go up, it stays. Tilt up and this way, it stays. This way, it stays. So whichever way that you push it, it should stay that way. It shouldn't drop at all. So right now, both axis, this axis and this axis, the tilt, the roll, I believe that's the professional word for it, it's balanced. So at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, that's pretty balanced, you know, that's pretty good. You're ready to go, right? Well, there's actually one more axis, and a lot of people, when they first start, they usually don't care much about this this axis, but this is the other one right here. You unlock this piece, and this is the other axis right here that you need to balance, or else it's going to drain your battery a lot. When I first start, this is the one where I really don't care as much. I just left it right in the middle and, you know, just kind of go about my day. But as you can see right here, if I were to tilt right here, you see how that's dropping like that? If I were to tilt over here, it drops that way. And that's something that actually will hurt your gimbal and it will drain your battery. So you will want to balance this piece too. Now, how do you do it, you ask? This is what we're going to do. So right here on top of the Zhiyun, there's some numbers and then there's an arrow that points to it. Right now mine's at 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock this piece over here, and I'm going to play around with it. I'm going to push this back to like 2. I'm going to show you guys this right here. There's some numbers up on there. We're going to go back and forth with this piece right here. That's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go number 2. I'm going to leave it there and I'm going to go ahead and lock it. So this is one of those axes where you have to kind of lock it, play around with it to see if it still does what it's... Oh, wow. I actually got it just right. I'm on number 2 and look, it's not dropping. Remember, it was like dropping like this. When I go over here, it was dropping like this. Well, now, if I were to just pick up the camera and tilt, it would stay. If I were to tilt, it would stay. Now this is before you turn on the motor, okay? It should be this balanced before you turn on the motor. That's how it should be. So now, actually all 3 axes are balanced. I would call that balance. You should be able to just tilt your camera however you want, and it would stay that way. You should be able to just pick this up and tilt this, and it would just stay that way. Something to keep in mind is that if you have a zoom lens that extrude when you zoom, then it's going to be off balance. There you go. It just drops and it hits the gimbal. That is okay. You don't have to worry too much about it. Now, if you're going to be shooting like this the entire time, I would recommend that you balance it with it extrude out like this. But with me, usually on a gimbal, I do a run and gun with the widest possible angle that I have on the lens. And so it'll be like this. But if you're gonna be running around with the 75mm like this and have the lens stay this way, I would recommend you balance it like this. That's the reason why we take the lens cap off, we tilt the LCD so that all the weights are distributed correctly. Okay, so with me, it stays at 28, so I don't have to worry too much about it. But during the shoot, I can actually go out, you know, and extrude it to 75. The gimbal will handle it. It will just drain more battery. But that's okay, because I shoot at that for like a couple of minutes and then I put it back to 28. So that's kind of how the way I shoot, guys. Most people probably do it differently. I don't know. But yeah, right now I would say that balance, that is very balanced. Whichever way I put, it should stay. And there you have it. Alrighty guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. That's just a quick tutorial on how to balance a Zhiyun Weebill S. It's I love this gimbal, and if you're gonna get this, get one that you can hold on here. I got this little bitty one, but you guys might want a bigger one since if you have bigger hands. But yeah, when I first started using gimbals in general, I didn't know how to really balance it because there's so many different functions and everything. But I hope it helps someone, this video, that, you know, if you tilt it this way, it should stay. If you tilt it this way, it should stay. And if you happen to tilt it this way with POV mode, it should stay as well. All right. And if it doesn't, that means that your gimbal is off balance. Now you can actually turn it on, and the battery won't drain as fast. You will get nice and steady shot without it shaking. If you go POV mode, it should be able to like accommodate for everything that you do without a problem. And yeah, there you have it. That's it right there. Hey, if you guys like this episode, please subscribe, hit like. I'll see you guys in the next episode. All right, bye-bye.